squared, what does that mean? So if I said 5 squared, you would tell me that means what? 5 times 5. So then if I'm taking this whole quantity squared, that means I'm taking the quantity times itself. So 3x plus 4 times 3x plus 4.
That's relatively simple.
Okay? So then I would do the exact same thing that we've been doing. 3x times 3x would give me
9x squared.
3x times 4 would give me
12x.
That's 12x. And then
16.
So I get
9x squared plus 24x. You're basically guessing we're getting it right. You can't hear anything.
question.
Wait, that's a plus sign?
Which one?
Oh, I thought it was.
9x squared plus 24x plus 16.
I know, but your plus 16 does not look like a plus sign.
stop complaining.
Okay.
It looks like
The
a.
top one.
Oh, this one?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so then this one, what would it be?
5x minus 2y times 5x minus 2y.
Nice.
So I would get
25x.
25x to the second.
Yeah, negative 10.
Are we gonna learn how to
Negative
multiply and
10x.
trade them together?
so it's so it's 5x times negative 2y, so it would be
Negative 10y.
negative 10xy.
Okay, where'd the x go?
What do you mean?
Where'd the y go?
So you have 5x times negative 2y. So 5 times negative 2 would give me negative 10.
Yes.
And then it's times x times
So it'd be xy.
so xy.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Okay. And then negative 2y times 5x.
Negative 10 xy.
Okay? Negative 2y times negative 2y.
Negative 4y.
No,
4y.
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 Squared.
Squared, right? And it would be a positive because the negative 10 is a negative. Because we have y times y would give me y squared. Negative 2 times negative 2 would give me 4. Correct?
25x squared minus 20xy plus 4y squared.
Question.
I can say
Oh, wait,
the
yes, I do.
What?
Because why isn't that 4y squared in front of the negative 20xy?
Okay, so what did Truman just ask, right?
I don't know.
Okay. So he said, well, why did we not put the y squared for our final answer? Because don't we put things in order from greatest to least in standard form?
But when did the x be the power of 1 and the y be the power of 1?
So that would equal 2.
They're all.
So the way it works is when you are doing numbers like this for standard form, you do greatest to least alphabetically.
Okay.
So my x is alphabetically
Bigger.
It's 4y.
before y. So my x squared would go first. Now looking at your x terms, which would be the next
The
biggest,
20.
Negative 20x.
the or the to the first power. Technically, and I hesitate to say this, but technically, isn't this x to the 0 power?
Yeah.
Because x to the 0 power is the same as
1.
1. So technically, my x's from greatest to least are already in order. So that is why. Does that make sense? So the book would take no. So looking at your, so x comes before y, right? So looking at your x's, I look at those first. So then 2 is bigger, so it would be the first term. Then this x and this term doesn't have an x, right? So
No x and value.
alphabetically, that one would go first because of alphabet. Then that one. But then x to the 0 is the same as 1. So that's why you could say it's x to the 0 power. Okay? All right. I would like you to do, on a scratch piece of paper, 1 through 4. Number 1. Truman, what'd you get?
I got x squared plus 14x plus 49.
Yeah.
I was running
Number 2, what did you get, Dylan?
Hold on.
He's still on one.
Don't be fussing.
Okay, I got 49x to the second minus 42x plus 9.
Oh, it's 7.
We're cheering.
Oh, I know, no. It's plus. No, it's minus. Yeah.
Everybody agrees with this?
Yep.
Yeah. What were you so surprised?
Okay. Number 3, what did you get, Levi?
16x squared minus 8xy plus y squared. Yeah. Done.
And Ryan, what did you get for the last one?
I got 3m squared plus 6mn plus.
Correction.
Why
I
do you have
didn't
to
get
correct?
What?
I
I
took
got
to
3m
correct.
squared.
3m times 3m would give you
9m.
What was
I
that
can
there?
9m squared.
9m squared plus what, Ryan?
Squared.
Plus 6m and plus n.
Because 3M times 3M equals-
Ryan, please.
We all agree with those.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Want to know a cheat sheet?
I do,
Yes,
actually,
I
please.
do. I want a hat.
Okay, I'm alright. 8 to the second. Wait, no.
Yeah, that's basically, yeah.
Okay. So, if I tell you that the first, so let's look at number 2. I think it's the easiest way to explain this. So, A plus B squared
Yes.
equals that. Okay? So, let's say that 7 would be my what then?
Hold on.
Hey.
A. And then the negative 3 would be my B. Okay? Are you listening?
Pay attention, Bryce.
Ryan just said
Are
negative.
you
Your desk
listening?
elsewhere.
Where?
Are you listening?
Yes.
Okay. So then, if I follow this formula, A squared, 7 squared would be 49x squared, right? And then plus 2 times A, which would be 7x,
And 3, which is
times negative 3.
Negative 21 times 2.
So negative 21x times 2 would be,
Negative 42x.
and then B squared would be negative 3 times negative 3, which would be 9.
That makes no sense.
question.
Now, I showed you the formula. I would personally not, I personally don't use the formula because it's just one more thing you have to memorize. Did you not get the same exact answer doing the workout?
Simpler.
Oh, I just got what you were just doing.
Okay, so
Just got it.
this formula up top will work. It may be a shortcut for some of you. Some of you, it's probably just easier to do the distributive property.
Since I've been taught the distributive version.
Negative 21x times 2 is positive. No, it's not.
Oh, but
Don't
then negative 21, and you have a 2, okay?
Yeah, don't.
It's
Oh,
negative.
Okay, so I showed you because in the textbook, that's what it's going to show you in the examples. But I would personally just use the distributive property because we know we can get the answers those way, right? And then it's just the same. You know how to get the answers, right? Truman,
Yes, because you know you can get the answers.
you just repeated what I said.
Basically. So you knew I was listening.
No, I know you weren't listening because you were scared that you were asked a question. So you repeated what I said to make sure it wasn't a question.
I knew you were asking a question.
Okay,
You're cheating.
okay, we're moving on.
Alright. Miss Moss is like, I really don't care.
Moving on. Now we have the same thing. So what do I do to solve?
But it's a minus a plus.
It's a minus, but
Second power.
so I'd have t to the second power.
T squared.
T minus
Negative 5 t.
yeah.
Holy cow.
Plus 9t.
Small break.
Plus 25.
Negative 25.
Minus
25.
25. T squared minus 25.
Okay.
Squared minus 25.
This makes a zero pair, correct?
Yes.
So then I'm just left with t squared minus 25, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
What was that?
This one, what would I do?
Yeah, that 9x squared.
9x squared.
Yeah.
3xy.
Negative 3xy.
3xy.
So just negative 9 squared.
X squared. Y negative y squared.
Y
Yeah.
squared.
Negative y squared. Okay, I was wrong.
Right?
Yep.
9x squared.
Negative
Negative
y.
y.
That
That's
is
nothing.
y squared.
It all disappears.
That's just xy, right?
Eradicates.
This makes a zero pair, right? Because if you have 3 negatives and 3 positives, so then it'd just be.
Negative y squared.
Minus
You
Everybody good with that? Dalton, are you good with that?
Yeah, right, but you said it wrong. I said
Okay.
no.
Focusing back to class. Now, what do you notice? So, what do we notice about these equations and what we always get?
And
Always a
There's
square.
there's always only 2 of them. There's always only 2
You just
numbers, or
And what are the 2 numbers that you get?
x and y. The square.
Nope.
You only get 2 numbers because one of them's a zero pair.
What's the word that I said?
So, this is always going to be the case when you have the opposite sign. So you have the exact same quantity, right? The parentheses are the same except for the what? The sign in between. Okay, because these will always make 0 pairs when I distribute them. So that's kind of how they get rid of it. So when you have 2 quantities that are exactly the same except for the sign is different,
you distribute the first to the first.
yes, you will only get the t times t and the 5 times negative 5. It'll be a minus in between.
Go with it.
Okay? Now, again, do you have to memorize that formula? No, isn't it just easy to keep the same process that we've been doing?
Yes, it is.
Yes. Okay? Questions about this?
No coach.
Okay.
He is a coach though.
She is, but not all. Yes, you are.
She's my coach
Unless you
for
let
math.
us do the kickball league.
Yeah, she's my math.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, don't say it, don't say it.
Well, I said it.
Well, you said it.
Well, I said it.
Go 5 through 7. Go ahead, take a seat. 3, 2, 1. Emma, can you tell me what you got for number 5? Thumbs up if you agree.
Yes.
Put that away before I take it.
Oh, I got thumbs up.
Maddie, what did you get for number 6?
I got 4x squared times 1.
I agree.
Thumbs up if you agree. Awesome. And Ryan, what'd you get for the last one?
X2 minus 9y2.
Good.
Woo!
It's not 2, it's squared.
Okay, any questions on that?
Go!
Okay. Your homework will be the entire book.
Oh.
Kaya!
Wow, that's pretty
You
unfortunate.
guys didn't even notice when I wrote it up there.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Is it even or odd?